Hey everyone, Phoenix here. Thank you for tuning in. Finally, we're now down to our very last team to be reviewed for the 2019 UAAP CDC review series. First of all, I would like to say that this wouldn't even be possible kung wala kayo. Share ko lang, I started this review series way back 2018 nung ginawa ko yung review ko for the 2017 routine of the UAAP squad. Right after kasi ng competition, nagulat talaga yung lahat sa results. Hindi na tahimik yung comment section for days, weeks, and even months. And I myself na curious din ako, so I came up with this crazy idea of doing this review series to break down the routine into elements and to have a different perspective sa mga routines. At first, inisip ko nga baka walang manood kasi wala naman talaga akong major experience when it comes to this. But luckily, you guys are there to support and here we are, we're now down to our 24th review video. So thank you po talaga. So ayun na nga, for our final team to be reviewed, I know ito talaga yung inaantay nyo ever since, the champion of the 2019 UAAP Cheerdance competition, the UAAP squad. Simulan na natin yung review. For our first element, pyramids na kagad yung sinerve ng UAAP squad. They started with rewind catch sa gitna tapos double full rewind sa sides. So opening pa lang malakas kagad yung entry. From there, binild up nila yung mga succeeding transitions. Habang nag-heel stretch pose yung top flyers, getting ready naman sa baba yung susunod. As the Calleja sisters dismount, kasabay nun yung rewind to shoulder seat. Tapos yung next transition nila reminded me of the 2017 pyramid. The differences would be may naka-shoulder seat na this time and facing backward yung nasa right, so she did 1.5, whereas double up naman dun sa nasa left. If you will notice, clockwise yung direction ng ikot ng flyer sa left, tapos counterclockwise naman yung nasa right. I think this is para hindi mag-counterflow pag sinalo na sila, so going inwards yung direction ng twisting nila. Habang nagaganap yung mga yon, yung center flyer nila, I think this one is Jaja. She took one last glance sa pyramid nila, tapos humarap na siya and smiled. Take note na nung humarap siya, hindi pa nagmi-meet yung pyramid sa gitna, so there is really no room for error here. She did her backhand to handstand and ang flawless ng pagkaka-mount niya. Right after this, ginawa uli nila yung cartwheel mounting nila from 2018, which is very creative. This time, hindi na sila naka-shoulder seat and hindi na rin sila gumamit ng extra mid-base para ma-execute yung cartwheel. Instead, direkta na silang nag-cartwheel sa mid-bases nila, so 4 sets na yung nagawa nila. And whenever they can, hinihirapan din nila yung dismount nila to maximize the pyramid score. So here we have double down dismount. So difficult yung mountings, difficult yung dismounts, and maraming nangyayari. First pyramid segment pa lang pero busog na kagad yung mata ng mga audience. It was a strong start. Going to their next pyramid segment, front full to half frame. Sobrang hirap nito. Based dun sa rehearsal video nila, front full din sana yung A-frame sa gitna, pero ni-revise nila into full rewind. For me, okay rin siya kasi nagkaroon ng variation. May paharap, may palikod na mounting. Tapos, they dismounted all together, including the mid-bases ha. From front tuck dismount, ni-rewind nila into Swedish. So, talagang gulatan, may surprise factor. Ginawa nila uli yung Arabian to 111. Comparing to 2018, mas polished yung execution nila nung time na yon. Pero for 2019, what's impressive is yung saving skill nila. As you can see, binraso talaga ng mid-base na masave yung pyramid. Ang lakas. The conditioning coach talaga did a good job in strengthening this lineup. Now going to the final pyramid segment, ito yung favorite ko. I'm sure marami din sa inyo, ito yung inuulit-ulit. Yung toe touch catch nila, 111 pyramids. Hindi na bago tong mounting style na to, especially in UAAP Cheerdance competition. Maraming teams na yung gumawa. Pero what I like about NU is that they have this magic of really putting a twist sa mga existing and familiar mountings. For me, ang effective nung ginawa nila rito, first yung diagonal blocking. Maganda na hindi nila directly pinosisyon in front of the mid-base yung top flyers nila. Medyo pinasok nila. As you can see, slightly diagonal yung mounting. Visually, it added to the surprise. Sumusulpot yung flyer from behind, may konting travel, and ginawa nila to 1 count apart from each set. So not only that pasabog siya sa mga tao, especially the general audience, they were also able to emphasize the toe touch skill. since sunod-sunod nga nilang in-execute. Which by the way, ang ganda ng form, hindi tinipid yung toe touch. Best in execution si Mary Ann, spread talaga yung toe touch niya. Nakalock yung knees and may allowance pa bago siya masalo. Catch high and hinahabol talaga ng mid-base yung top flyer. And check how they are gripping the top flyer. Nakakross yung left and right arms nila. So dito yung tungtong ng paa ng flyer and mahahawakan nila yung binte to make it more secured and makakapag-adjust pa sila. Like here, initially naka-flex yung top flyer pero they were able to position better. I think ito yung naging fatal mistake ng UST nung 2013. Naka-flex or hindi masyado nakapag-adjust yung paa ng flyer kaya siya nahulog. I heard na nung show off dito sila nagkaka-error, pero during the competition ng solid ng execution, 2 touch to 1-1-1 with an impact talaga. Then for the final frame, back-to-back nag-rewind yung mid-base at top flyers nila. Sobrang halimaw. Usually diba, teams are leveling up yung mountings ng top flyers. Pero dito just ko pati mid-base mounting ni-level up nila yung difficulty. Sobrang bilis ng transition, kakasampa pa lang ng mid-base, minount din kagad nila yung top flyers. One thing na na-observe ko, upon mounting, nakaposition na kagad yung mid-base for the arrival of the top flyers. So they are not really wasting any count. Now the winning mount goes to Mary Ann with her gainer mount. Sobrang angas ng execution, kikilabutan ka talaga. They ended with rewind handstand. After this, nabaliw na talaga yung crowd. Nung toe touch catch pa lang, nagwawala na yung crowd, yumayanig na yung floor. That's the reason why medyo shaky yung shot ko nun. It's really hard to stay steady. Grabe kayo NU Pep Squad. Strong points ng pyramids ng NU Pep Squad would be smart blockings and timing. Mahihirap yung mountings ng NU at mabilis yung count, pero they managed to pull it off. Relax lang sila, or should I say focused in every segment. Ang stable ng bases nila, hindi shaky. Kahit mahihirap yung mountings, matibay yung foundation. Very confident sila with their execution. Beast mode na beast mode. I think ito yung selling point ng NU Pep Squad, yung pyramids nila. Whenever they are forming their pyramids, mararamdaman mo talaga yung intensity. This is also their highest scored cheer element. I like the idea of having 3 different looks sa pyramids nila. From Coach Tong's tweet, ito yung naming ng tatlong pyramids. Sa unang pyramid, ito yung Luzon. Dito barong inspired yung unang pamatong nila. Then sa second pyramid, which was Visayas, Philippine flag naman yung showcase. And lastly, the final costume reveal was Sari Manok, which was very fitting for Mindanao. So good job to Coach Gabs, siya po yung nag-design ng costume ng NU. Going back, kahit may mga flaws sa mount, sa dismount, hindi na siya ganun ka big deal. Kasi ma-overwhelm ka talaga sa mga pinagagawa nila. Now for suggestions, let's involve the Cheermunity. Isa sa mga suggestions nila would be the framing. One of the squads na creative and nag-experiment din when it comes to pyramid frames would be Adamson. And just to add, na-miss ko yung bravery ng NU nung 2017. Yung mga mahihirap nilang body positions like pike, bridge, rewind to arabesque, and so on. Despite the difficult frames, they only placed third sa pyramid that year. So I think for succeeding years, 2018 and 2019, mas naging adaptive and balanced yung approach nila. Nakikiramdam sila sa kalaban. Siguro minimize the error na lang, pero like what I mentioned earlier, yung saving skills talaga nila yung nagdadala. Other than that, just stay adaptive. We know naman na NU will always experiment when it comes to pyramids, so just keep surprising the audience. Leading the stunts category, they started with one man, handstand and then liberty. Nung nag-dismount sila, notice that as the flyers' feet touch the ground, sabay na rin silang nag-dip in preparation of the next stunt, which is a single arm liberty. This is a hard stunt to pull off kasi as you can see, isang kamay lang yung ginagamit ng mga bases and at the same time, one leg din yung mga flyers. And the assistance of the back spots are highly appreciated here. As you can see, they are sharing the weight of the flyer and parang ginaguide din nila yung left hand ng main base na huwag humawak sa paa ng flyer. Mas difficult kasi kapag single arm. Double down pa yung dismount, so talagang palaban tong NU. They also did rewind and then back tuck to backwalk dismount. Gusto ko yung humarap sila inwards before dismounting kasi nagka-dimension and na-emphasize yung visuals ng tuck dismount instead of just facing forward. And then during the middle part, right after the sun formation, they performed another stunt segment. Time saver yung baskets kasi nakapag-spot kagad yung spotters kaysa mamulot ng damit. I like the circular formation tapos sabay-sabay silang nag-backhand. Alternating yung sets nila dito. 4 sets did front tuck and then rewind. Then the other 4 sets did shotgun na pangmalakasan. Also making a comeback yung scorpion layout dismount nila na ginawa na nila noong 2015. After that, they did front tucks. While the rest of the team did a good job, I would like to comment even more yung dalawang sets dito sa harap. Una yung nandito sa center. Pagka front tuck niya, medyo alanganin yung salo. Good thing naka-recover sila kagad. And as you can observe, more on sa right leg yung weight since dun din naman yung punta ng neck sequence. They did paperclip or pretzel stretch here. Correct me na lang if I'm wrong. Adamson Pep Squad did a free stretch noong 2018. Let me know if I got the right terms. Mas mahirap siyang gawin kaysa sa bow and arrow kasi hino-hold mo yung weight ng nakaangat mong binte. Now for the other set dito sa side, overflex toes kaya siya napa-backward. Impressive save from Edwin kasi sinuport niya kagad yung right leg to ensure na maitatayo yung stunt. Lumaban talaga yung tuhod ng flyer. Gusto ko yung angas. She did liberty na lang since unstable and they managed pa rin na makasabay sa dismount. Now going to their last stunt sequence, yung swing to handstand. Himayin natin, yung una kong na-observe is yung hand positioning nila. Wala nang bitawan yun. Right after the swing, makikita mong tight talaga yung flyer all the way hanggang sa maka-handstand siya. Staying tight is important kasi nai-even out yung weight distribution. Just like a pencil lying horizontally. Nung binato yung flyer, parang nag-shift lang yung weight niya patayo or pa-vertical. Some sets have extra people to lift the flyer up, but for the sets na dalawa lang yung base, enough na yung isa on one end na itayo yung flyer pataas since distributed nga evenly yung weight ng flyer. For the latter part, ginawa uli nila yung 1.5 just like 2018. But the differences are, face front muna sila then tumalikod bago mag 1.5. And this time around, lahat na sila naka-liberty habang umiikot. Nung 2018 kasi, 4 sets lang yung naka 1.5 liberty. They finished with a bow and arrow to liberty to X out 1.5. Sobrang hirap ng stunts ng NU, makikita mo naman opening pa lang showcase kagad nila mga one leg stunts. So patibayan talaga ng tuhod. Mahaba rin yung stunt sequence nila, hindi ka talaga mabibitin. Just like their pyramids, grabe rin sila mag-save ng stunts. Lastly, I can compare their stunts to a boomerang kasi bumabalik-balik lang. Nag-front tuck sila tapos ni-rewind. Nag-scorpion layout sila tapos front tuck. So andun talaga yung versatility, mapaharap o palikod na mounting or dismounting pa yan. Going to tosses, nabawi ng NU yung top spot for this category. 2015 was the last time na nag-number 1 sila dito. And for 3 consecutive years, UE dominated the tosses category. Yung 2018, ito yung one and only element na hindi nag-number 1 yung NU. So I think isa to sa mga pinaka-tinutukan nila. Another factor then to consider is yung ICU rules na inadapt this 2019, wherein for flipping tosses, up to 2 skills lang yung allowed i-execute after. We all know na NU Pep Squad yung nag-e-execute na mga mahihirap na tosses. And with the adjustment sa tosses rules, gusto ko yung naging approach ng NU Pep Squad. Instead of performing yung mga single twist na toss like X out full, step out full na ginawa ng ibang teams, since bawal na nga yung mga tosses like X out double, step out double, pinili nilang i-execute yung mga allowed body positions. Based dun sa ICU rules, yung mga body positions like tuck, pike, or layout, hindi pa siya counted dun sa 2 additional skills. By doing so, they were able to keep the double or 1.5 twisting. There's this joke kasi nasana yung mga NU flyers sa double twisting and kapag hindi double, hindi nila kaya. Pero we all know na NU can always adapt to any criteria given. So sobrang challenging nito for the team kasi kailangan nilang ma-hold or sustain yung form. Otherwise baka maging illegal yung toss. For the group executions, they did 5 pike open doubles. Last 2018, they did 2 sets. Nung 2017 naman ginawa nila yung 5 sets pero hindi pa ganun ka-synchronized and polished yung form. This 2019 talagang tinutukan nila yung tosses. Halftime performance pa lang nila, nag-execute na sila ng sangkaterbang pike open. Without double full twist pa to which is a good start. Makikita mong talagang hinihit nila yung 1 or 2 o'clock na pike position. This is difficult to pull off kasi kailangan makontrol ng flyer yung katawan niya kung kailan siya pipihit. Like what I mentioned earlier, ginawa na nila to nung 2017 pero hindi pa siya ganun ka-polished and synchronized. So for them to pull it off this 2019, I can only say na nagbunga talaga yung practices nila. After that, 6 sets of Arabian tuck 1.5 naman yung in-execute nila. Then 6 sets of double full twisting layout and 6 sets of side semi doubles. So puro 6 na flyer na yung tinos nila after. Gusto ko yung mga chosen angles nila sa pagprepresent ng tosses. Kitang-kita yung form na talagang pinaghirapan nila this 2019. Comparing to 2018, tinutukan nila yung heights, yung form, tsaka yung catch. Sobrang noticeable ng improvement lalo sa synchronization. I can only look forward sa mga bagong ipapakita nila. Now for the Tumblings, this is the first time na hindi nag-number 1 yung NU. Since 2013 up to 2018, sila for 6 consecutive years yung nangunguna in this category. They started with all boys standing tumblings, 11 nag-standing full, tapos 5 nag-standing backtack. Yung 8 girls naman nila positioned at the back performed layout tumblings. 4 doon full twist yung ginawa. Tapos sinundan ng boys ng double full twisting layout. For their group execution, gusto ko yung may konting choreo pa sila. Then single turn, 2 touch backhand backtack. 24 of them did backtack, so it's really impressive na nakikipagsabayan din yung mga girls. And then as usual, favorite ng NU mag-insert ng tumbling pass within their dance formations. Especially nung 2016, sobrang effective na to visually. When they did the round of kickful, pagkalandang tumbler sa likod, sabay-sabay silang nag-costume reveal. Just like 2016's round of X-Out, ang angas ng transition na tumbling highlight plus costume reveal. Within split second, madadirect yung focus mo dun sa tumbling highlight, tapos magugulat ka biglang nagpalit na sila ng costume. Sobrang effective. Another tumbling insert yung round of Arabia na may hang time pa sa ere. Ang ganda rin nun. Going to their longer passes, marami silang running tumblings. They gave us variety of skills. Dito sa front tuck, hindi sila synchronized, so hindi rin sabay-sabay yung landing nila. What I like about this part is yung moving blockings nila. Ang solid ng mga formations. 6 girls nag-layout step out. 4 boys nag-round off backhand double. Then another group of 4 nag-round off whip backhand double. Ang maganda sa tumblings ng NU is yung synchronization. Yung mga pambato nilang tumblers, pag nag-execute ng passes, sabay-sabay talaga. For the most part, mahihirap yung tumbling passes nila but at the same time synchronized. With what happened nung 2017 na overkill yung tumbling passes nila pero 1.1 point lang yung agwat, I think medyo nag-adjust din yung NU. For sure, kaya nilang iangat yung quantity. Say for example, yung standing tumblings nila sa simula, pwede rin sanang sumabay yung girls. Pero in my opinion, balanced yung approach nila. At the same time, underestimated din kasi yung tumblings category. Sa competition, parang mas binubuhusan ng attention yung pyramid, stunts, and lately tosses din. So with FEU taking over the long-time domination of NU sa tumblings category, I think maghahalimaw na naman tong NU sa tumblings. Now for the final element, which is the dance, i-run through muna natin yung mga ginawa nila. They started with the flag formation. If nasa upper sections kayo ng MOA Arena, you would easily recognize this. Tapos yung kanang kamay nila nasa chest, parang kumakanta ng lupang hinirang. So simula pa lang makabaya na yung feels. Yung unang dance nila included lots of formation changes. If you will be watching the dance highlights video, I would say na mas ma-appreciate mo siya kapag pinanood mo siya on a higher angle. Front view kasi yung shot ko nun. Initially, I was paying attention din sa mga dance movements. Power dance kasi yung sayaw, it included jumps, tumblings. Nung pinanood ko siya on a different angle, mas na-appreciate ko. As they were dancing, they kept changing formations din. And malinis yung blockings ng NU. At the end of their first dance, nag-costume reveal na sila. This was the first one. Tapos humiga na sila para buuhin yung sun formation. Gusto ko rin yung wave in a diamond formation tapos biglang may susulpot. As you can see, may pagka-hip-hop yung choreo nila. Samahan mo pa ng breakdance move ni John Chris. Right after his tumbling highlight, he did a flare. This is something that I didn't expect sa sayaw ng NU. Philippines yung napili nilang theme, and sa mga previous UAAP CDC, na-cover na ng Ateneo yung mga Philippine folk dance noong 2017. Nag-Mindanao na rin yung UE noong 2014. Noong 2010, fiesta-inspired naman yung routine ng UP. So for a change, modern yung naging approach ng NU. Fast-paced and frame by frame, ma-appreciate mo talaga kasi they kept doing formations. During the tumbling segment, there was also no idle time. I like that they stayed low on the floor, na-highlight yung tumbling pass, and in preparation na rin for their final costume reveal. During the final dance, ito na yung nag-prop sila. As you can see, it's a great tribute to the 2009 Sari Manok routine ng FEU. Yung coaches kasi ng NU galing sa FEU cheering squad. The costume was reinterpreted by Coach Gabs. Yung pagpatong nila ng costume, I think was a great idea. Kasi not only that they chose Philippines as their theme, para balikbayan and timely for SEA Games, it also coincides 10 years after FEU's championship. So yung Sari Manok, perfect siya for the final costume reveal. The color choice for the costumes and props was genius. Ilang beses silang nagpalit, diba? Pero ang seamless tingnan. For the props, I like that they chose black as the dominant color. It gave separation sa dancers at props. Given na colorful sila from head to toe, having that contrast of black versus white, Mas nag-pop yung props na ginamit nila, considering that there are lots of colors involved. I like how Coach Gabs controlled yung color ratio. Primary and accent colors are carefully selected so hindi siya masakit sa mata. I am putting emphasis on this one. Although wala siyang bearing sa score, I believe it adds to the overall presentation. Now going to the music, gawa ni DJ Lester yung cheer mix. I don't know if it's just me, pero aside kasi dun sa actual routine, their music alone is addictive. For those people siguro who keeps watching the NU routine, pakinggan mo lang yung music, marerecall mo segment by segment kasi ang catchy nung lapat. Na-appreciate ko yung song selections ni DJ Lester. I think feature niya yung kulintang, which is a musical instrument sa Southern Philippines. Very tasteful yung song choices and mako-curious ka din sa song references. Most of the time, he features songs na hindi gaanong mainstream. Tapos ang smooth pa ng transition, so talagang unique yung listening experience. Going to their final dance, I know marami akong binanggit about their costume and music. From the moment they pick up those props, ang ganda nung delivery. Pinanood ko yung mga rehearsal videos nila and may mga changes especially sa blockings. Gusto ko yung travel nila going to the back corner tapos nilikod nila yung props para silang rooster. Then they ended the routine in the front center. Yung mga blocking decisions nila was effective. Now let's talk about the dance top 3, NU, FEU, and UST. Let's go with UST first. Sila yung pang third sa dance. For me, they are the most technical sa dance. If you will pay attention dun sa mga footworks nila, sa mga turns, and sa formation changes, you'll realize how complicated yung mga dance movements nila. Checking the blockings, malinis yung execution ng UST. However, I don't think that the audience are really paying attention to these details, and pinaka-peak audience impact na nila was during the flower props part. Sa FEU naman with Michael Jackson routine, they actually exceeded my expectation. Even without the moonwalk and gravity-defying lean, malakas talaga yung choreography ng FEU. They are raising the standard of the dance category. Now with NU Pep Squad, they may not be the most technical, more on visual yung attack ng NU. Like frame by frame, may binubuo silang floor patterns or formations. The choreography is also polished. I also emphasized earlier yung costume and music because I believe malaki yung contribution nun to their performance. Sa costume year by year, iba-ibang looks na yung na-achieve nila. May fur, kaliskes, floral patterns, cyborg, etc. Ang dami na nilang na-explore. Samahan mo pa ng music, it's really an immersive experience. Now, between the top 3 teams, if I were to select just one, sobrang dikit ng scores ah. If it is for the dance alone, I will pick FEU for 2019. I think they really did great sa dance. But if it is for the overall routine, NU is killing it every year kasi tahing-tahi yung routine nila. Magmula sa costume, music, props, cheer part, dance part, incorporated yung theme nila all throughout the routine. They don't just select a theme, they give life to a theme. If you will take a look on the dance element history, NU dominated this category since 2013. And if you will check, the 2 years na hindi sila nag-number 1, there's a common denominator. Ito yung years na hindi sila naka-perfect or almost perfect run. Since hindi naka-breakdown yung dance score, I would think that it's the overall impression that mattered. Kasi nung 2017, I don't think that they deserved the last place. Mahirap yung choreography nila that year. It was really physically demanding. Yung dance actually yung humatak sa score nila pababa. Kasi sa cheer, despite the error, lumalaban pa yung scores nila nun. Although I also think underscore din sila doon, lalo sa Tumblings. Pero yun so far yung question that I have in my mind. Ano yung matimbang sa dance score? Kasi no one is really talking about it. We have this criteria of 50% cheer, 50% dance, and 400 points is a big chunk of score. I think it will be helpful kung mabe-breakdown nila in the future yung dance element so that the teams, especially yung mga nasa lower half, will have an idea kung ano yung dapat nilang i-work on. So yun yung honest thoughts ko about the dance of NU. Magaling silang maglapat ng routine, visually impressive. Pinaka-favorite ko sa kanila would be their 2018, yung Mexico. What they are doing sa dance category works, effective sa audience and sa judges. So if you will be asking me, I won't be changing anything sa formula nila. But considering that this is a competition and other teams are really catching up, be one step ahead siguro sa mismong dance choreography and explore other dance genres. So far, they learned from their 2017 performance. Yung mga succeeding dance nila was highly entertaining, hindi boring, and very catchy. So just keep it up and stay adaptive. Now let's go to the feedback from our Cheermunity. Thank you guys for sharing your thoughts. Malaking bahagi kayo ng ating review series. For those who are new here, please like our FB page and subscribe to this channel as well so you won't miss out any future discussions. And para makapag-share din kayo ng mga thoughts nyo. So simulan na natin from seryo. I'm no dancer but least fave ko yung formation nila na one line before sa hataw na part. It has the same vibe with their 2016 and 2018 second dance routine. I wish they'll get rid of it na and change it into more complex dance. I'm looking forward to see 8 sets of bow and arrow dismount of 2017, tumbling passes of 2016, pyramids of 2014 and 2015, and more one-man stunts. So very specific yung mga pinpoint niya. Thank you, seryo. Coming from Huyu, it's technically the best routine of UAAP squad, or I must say the best in UAAP. They didn't disappoint us for being the first mover of this generation. Mapa-pyramid man o stunt. My favorite part of the routine is the whole routine itself. Haha. The next one is from Ace. I think is one of the most solid supporters of the UAAP squad. Wala ka nang hahanapin pa. UAAP Squad is UAAP Squad. Halimaw, robot, cyborg, android, alien, kung ano-ano pang tawag sa kanila dahil sa sobrang galing nila sa cheerleading. Indeed, last 2019, they did not represent NU but the whole Philippines. Nakaka-proud. No improvement needed. Wala akong maisip kung paano nila hihigitan yung 2019 routine. Coming from Lawrence, favorite segments will be Manila Girl Stand Sequence, Sari Manok Pyramid, intense talaga yung difficulty, and yung angas ni Ate Mary Ann sa gainer mount. Coming from Chad naman, pagdating sa dance, they are consistent on their dance style. They are usually into rhythmic gymnastic, interpretative dance with hip-hop, integrated to their theme or concept. Simple and basic movements but well executed and synchronized. If they could also try to explore into other style of dances like contemporary, jazz, etc. Those are also my thoughts. I hope that they consider trying other dance genres. Coming from Michael Pamposa, it was indeed 10 times more difficult than their 2018 routine. Everything was on point and precisely calibrated for their Philippines team, and they did go all out for season 82. The question now is, how can they surpass their 2019 routine for heaven's sake? Next one is from Jairus. Maiiyak ka na lang sa routine nila that time. I was one of the 104 million people waving our dearest flag. Worth it yung pagpunta sa arena just to support them. As I can recall, isa si Jairus sa mga nag-prepare talaga ng costume at flag for the UAAP CDC 2019. Meron pang nagka-trio na si Ralph. Coming from Miguel nung 2018, katriona naman yung costume niya nitong 2019. So yun yung isa sa mga gusto ko sa UAAP Squad community. Sobrang solid ng supporters nila. Maaga kasi nag-a-announce ng team or concept yung NU, so talagang ini-involve nila yung community nila. Coming from Dan, Coach Estong, sana mas maging technical yung dance nyo next season. Yun lang naman kasi magkakatalo na talaga sa dance at execution ng cheer elements next season. To sum it up, the 2019 routine of the UAAP squad is the routine of this decade. It may not be as perfect as their rehearsal runs, pero it's actually the imperfection that made the routine more interesting kasi lumaban talaga sila. NU no doubt is the best cheerleading team here in the Philippines. It's hard to ask for more from this squad kasi alam mong grabe talaga yung preparation nila. Yung mga nirelease nilang rehearsal videos, tip of the iceberg pa lang yun. And parang masayang mag-sit-in sa training nila, yung makikita mo yung step-by-step process kung paano nila gawin yung routine, kung gaano ka-strict yung coaches. This team is really creative and hardworking. I think we owe it to their head coach, Coach Jika, kasi ang solid talaga ng training program niya. At this point, 6 championship titles na yung naiuwi ng NU. Dalawa na lang magpapantay na sila sa UP at UST. For the 2019 routine, I think they just need to revisit the Tumblings. For the dance, just keep exploring and stay creative. For the rest of the elements, pyramid, stunts, tosses, for me wala na akong mahihiling pa talagang tumodo na sila. Pero I will always be looking forward sa mga bagong ipapakita nila. There are lots of suggestions from the Cheermunity. Again, thank you so much guys for being so active. This review series wouldn't even be possible kung wala kayo out there to support all the teams. So, thank you po talaga. So, I guess we end here. This concludes the 2019 UAAP CDC review series. Alright, that's it. Thumbs up if you like it, subscribe if you love it. Thanks for watching. This is Phoenixy reminding you to rise up and keep the fire burning.